I'm just going to go on a hunch and say that's not how dyslexia works.
Alright, so I guess it's been a while since I've been in this car.
Yeah, I know, it's surprisingly
These
good.
lights are nice.
I know, right? For like cheap, like these were like only like $10, but they've like helped. I think, look, bright light, and suddenly, you can actually see my face.
Oh, anyway.
Production value.
Oh man.
It's fun. We're getting there. We're getting there. We have now the subscriber count of the 7-Eleven shop. So, yes, I'm excited. I'm happy.
Anywho,
so we just got on night school.
I feel like I just got out of night school.
Yeah. And just like night school, I didn't learn shit.
Oh, that's a disappointment to at least the teacher character. I feel so bad for her.
Okay, you know it's saying something when Tiffany, what is her name? Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish is
is the highlight of your movie. And I've already gone on record plenty of times on just shitting on her. Not as a person, just in that she's been playing with the stereotype and everything I've seen her in.
I just feel like she just has been typecast and just is forced to choose really shitty roles. But this is finally one role where Tiffany Haddish is still Tiffany Haddish, but also like the caring teacher.
She's trying harder in this one.
Yeah.
In a movie where she does not need to try that hard. And like she's definitely doing Tiffany Haddish things.
I wonder if Kevin Hart's like, no, you can't be the extreme one. I'm the extreme one. She's like, oh, I can turn it down.
I know, right? But like when the first thing they introduce each other, they're both on giving their 10 over the top energy. She's like, oh god, this is gonna be the whole fucking time. But you know what? I will give Tiffany Haddish credit where she deserved. When she actually plays a teacher, she's pretty good. And so it's one of those things, like, she could actually be a good actress if she wasn't just doing Tiffany Haddish bullshit.
And, like...
Talking about booty holes and shit.
I mean, I think that still came up.
That did still come up, yeah.
But yeah, no, so Tiffany Haddish in this one, she's...
the night school teacher.
She's a night school teacher. Apparently teaches AP Calculus.
And special ed.
And like at least 2 or 3 other units that are not even mentioned.
Yeah, because being a teacher sucks in America.
And she's in like Georgia. That movie takes place in Atlanta, Georgia.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I know they mentioned, I couldn't remember where it was. But no, like when they actually let her play a character outside of her usual bullshit, she actually does a pretty good job. She's actually like, I would give her highlight credits as probably the best actress in the movie. Which again, considering how much I shit on her for all her other movies, is saying a lot. Because I was surprisingly on board with her character, and I liked watching her as a teacher. Like, if this was just a movie of her being a teacher, I would totally be behind it.
Yeah.
Without all the Kevin Hart comedy bullshit. Like, I could totally see her working as a school teacher. Like, she really sold the fact that, yeah, I'm a teacher. This is how I work. If you can't handle it, get out.
And more importantly, like, some of the ways that she talks, it's just sort of like geographically accurate. She lives in Georgia.
I mean, there's still a lot of shenanigan bullshit.
She totally calls out on the white principal, who is the worst.
Yeah.
Who does black voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that just like checks, like you can play like Georgia Bingo and that'd be on there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I mean, this movie is exactly like every other movie like this. Like, I mean, like, I'm not even really that mad at it, because I've seen worse movies like this.
This is like the black version of Billy Madison.
I don't think I've ever seen Billy Madison, now I think about it.
It's an Adam Sandler.
That's why I haven't seen it.
Some sort of pathetic loser goes back to school, except in Billy Madison's case, he goes through K through 12.
Of course.
Instead of just 9 through 12.
Of course.
And
comedy. Anyway.
But, and then it's like, oh, well, if I can get my GED, I can inherit my dad's company.
Blah, 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 blah.
But for him, it's just like, well, if I can get my GED, then I can prove to myself I'm not a pathetic loser, and then... whatever.
Are you talking about this movie or Billy Madison?
I'm comparing them.
Oh, okay. This one, no, you mean there's a specific reason why he wants to get his GED. He wants to get the analyst job.
Yeah. He wants to get hooked up by his friend, who really should have gave up on him after he came into his office at the end screaming, "I failed the GED test again."
You know what though? I actually did like that. Not him going to the office specifically, but I like that thread they were going with there. Because I think I know you're kind of more on the opposite side of that direction, but I did actually like that, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, sure. Because we don't care about spoilers about this movie that much.
Oh, you're not. If you were gonna say this, you've already fucking seen it.
Yeah.
You don't care what two jackasses like us think about it at this point if you liked it. Although I've gotten some shit up for my Venom opinions.
Anyway,
that one's been fun to watch that like and dislike ratio shift every a couple hours. It's like, ooh, I got another hater. This is great. Someone blocked me on Twitter. This is amazing. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But no, so the way this movie goes, it's pretty formulaic. You know where it's going. Kevin Hart goes in there. Simply, he just wants to weasel his way out of it. But then he realized the value of learning because of Tiffany Haddish teaches him, inspires him to be a better student.
And then they find out all of his learning disabilities.
Yeah, and which is weird. And I'm gonna get back to the dyslexia thing because I kind of had issue with the way that was portrayed. And I don't know a lot about dyslexia, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
I had a friend who had dyslexia, and basically,
does it involve Air iPads?
No, that's an exaggeration. That might be his processing disorder. Who knows? But as far as dyslexia goes, just like letters become jumbled and squiggly, and like they're like some of them like shift. So the word apple to him might come out as $$LS.
Okay,
that's just.
But it doesn't float around his head where he has to go.
But more importantly, at least for dyslexia, all you have to do is just make all the bubbles, all the text, way bigger.
So there's a very easy solution, is what you're saying.
As far as the dyslexia part, dyscalculia is
that's like dyslexia with math.
Basically, numbers become confusing. I don't think they fly around.
No, actually, Laura had dyscalculia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know a little bit, not a lot. But
okay.
Again, I've never heard it described in this manner.
I think that's probably the processing disorder they're trying to.
I guess, but I don't know. I just feel like the way Kevin Hart is doing it is like, I feel disrespected right now. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of it's exaggerated, but as far as dyslexia goes, there was a little bit where the words themselves were a little confusing to him, and that was like kind of accurate to what my.
It was accurate up to the point when they started floating around like it's a fucking and then he was Stephen Hawking movie.
Yeah, and then he was like trying to recollect it, but I mean, obviously, I don't think that's how actual learning disabilities.
It's like Sherlock Holmes for dummies.
He's in his mind.
Because you know they do that in BBC Sherlock, where he's doing all that shit. So it's Sherlock for dummies. That's what this is. Not the people that have dyslexia for dummies. Don't misread that. But Kevin Hart is a dummy though. It's just as a not just in like general knowledge, just as a person.
I mean, whatever. The point is, I think that was just the movie's way to just sort of hint very early on that this guy has more issues than just, you know, being someone who is less than honest most of the time. I think like very early on they quickly say like, by the way, you know, this guy probably has dyslexia if you know what it is.
Yeah, it's more like, I don't know. I feel like this could be making mountains out of molehills.
It's fine, but the point is that, like, you know, which is what I liked about Tiffany Haddish. She's like, yeah, I figured you out pretty quickly. Let's get you tested.
Yeah, and like again, that goes into the fact that Tiffany Haddish does the best job in this movie, and that's the last fucking thing I thought I was gonna say when I saw this. And
she was like
when she shows that like she would actually be a pretty damn good teacher. All things considered, she seems to genuinely care. Like there's even a scene where she's playing poker with a kid in her class, which I can't judge. I've done that.
Well, I think she was. That guy also had some sort of dyscalculia.
Yeah, because it was a special ed class.
Yeah,
so
that was special ed class.
That was just the way of teaching.
She was just like, oh, well, you shouldn't beat me at poker, but you were able to calculate the odds of the cards going in your favor pretty good, so I'll let it go.
Yeah, so like stuff like that was like, granted, I did not really care for like, you need to be like, they said like, okay, since you have all these disabilities, we need to help you learn in other ways. Apparently her method is just beating the shit out of him.
To be fair, it's Kevin Hart. I think the joke is punch the stupid out. That's not how you should do it, but who cares?
That was the case.
There is a small to moderate size of me, and I was like, yes,
and
destroy him.
I'm just saying, my friend's like, this is such a lawsuit. This is, because he never signed a waiver. He never did any of that shit. She just started punching him. And asking him and just asking him trivia questions. It is the worst kind of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Or Jeopardy, I guess, would be another one.
Someone's in Jeopardy.
But anyway, what was I getting to? So the part that I did like towards the end, where eventually all the classmates, so I guess all have arcs, question mark.
Yeah, actually, you walked out on the housewives.
Oh yeah, because I walked in, that was just randomly fixed.
Yeah. Okay, so who's that big ass white dude that just like was the fucking worst?
The one they call Big Mac.
Yeah. Who is that?
I know that. I don't remember the actor's name.
That guy is the fucking worst.
Yeah, I've never been
in
a fan of
everything
him.
that he's in. Like objectively worse than Kevin Hart in that movie. That guy was like the white guy that everyone was supposed to make fun of, and I get that, but like
you're not wrong. I'm gonna agree with you there. I do think he's worse than Kevin Hart
in this movie, but also fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And everything he does and whatever. So anyway, so his arc was actually no, he just like sort of barely passed. So whatever.
Yeah, so like everyone passed except for Kevin Hart, who fails the first time they take the GED.
And then I think like the prison guy was just like, "Oh, I'm in prison. That's my joke."
Pretty much. Yeah, here's a bunch of prison jokes in there. But no, like I came with like
that prison fight was pretty cool.
It was a decent fight.
The implications were pretty strong.
True.
He definitely hurt some people.
But anyway, no. So it basically has like a montage of all the times he retakes it, and it's just like, I failed, but I'm gonna take it again, and everyone's like, oh yeah. But here's what I liked about that though. One, it wasn't Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's still a fucking asshole. What I did like about that though is I do like the message behind it of. Failing isn't the end of the world. You just get up and you try again. And you try again until you get it. And I kind of like that about it.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to be more honest with his failures.
No, you and I got very different interpretations out of that. No,
oh, okay. I thought... I guess that's fine.
No, it wasn't like he just went to everyone and said, hey, I failed at the one test. I kind of assumed every time he told somebody that was a different time he took the test.
No. I'm assuming those were all different tests as well, because at least there's a definite montage where every time he's taking the test, there's different people in the background. True. And then when he finally passes, the place where he's getting his test result is clearly filled with like the generations of night schoolers that he's hung out with.
Yeah, that part was a little much, but like I like the general message of like, okay, if you failed, not a big deal. Just get up, you try to learn from your mistakes and you try again. And I like that. I like movies that promote that because I think it's important.
Yeah.
Especially in today's culture where we tend to frown on failure pretty hard.
Yeah, so Housewife's arc ended up being she felt unfulfilled, and basically by the end, like, troublemaker girl was all like, yeah, so you should just communicate with your husband that you want to do more with your life. And then, he came in toxic masculinity, and then, unlike in real life, did not beat her and just agreed. Yeah,
that was like, I kind of caught whiffs of that.
They're in Georgia. That would have happened.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not a message I encourage promoting. Because if you have a man that's that toxic and that controlling, a simple talking to is not going to fix that problem.
But it did in this movie.
Of course it did.
But you know what? It's, she's going to college, and so is the girl.
You got a check mark up movie, then you just took it right away. You just took it right away from promoting that shit. That's a pet peeve of mine.
So
I hate that.
I did like apparently the troublemaker girl was also able to program.
Scared straight, apparently.
Yeah, scared straight. But when they were in the principal's office, I was like, wait, that's that's fucking C.
Hey, you gotta get your skill somewhere.
I was just like, wait, no, she's definitely breaking in with C.
She works at Apple now.
Coding school.
But yeah, I mean, Kevin Hart just doing his Kevin Hart bullshit, and like that doesn't change from beginning to end of the movie. So like, if you're already a Kevin Hart fan, you're gonna like this fine. I thought I was gonna absolutely loathe this movie, and I didn't like it, but at least I could say, okay, I could point to a few things like, okay, I like that. Thought that was good.
I think there was enough of the movie for me to not hate it, but not enough for me to say I liked it.
No, like I wouldn't see this in fucking theaters. Like if you have to, I'd Redbox it.
I paid $14.
What are you talking to, dude? I had to pay for Grant's ticket to go see Venom. That cost me $20.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's yeah.
So yeah. Overall, it's just like whatever.
It's whatever. It's one of these kind of comedies. If you've seen the trailer and you thought that looks fun or that looks stupid, that's pretty much gonna be your opinion of the movie.
And honestly, that girl he was engaged to was way
out of his league.
Not even out of his league, just like way too forgiving.
Yeah, that too. Like also I'm kind of like, I don't know how you managed to trick her the first time, because his behavior doesn't really change necessarily. So much as he just acted like he had more money, he didn't act like a better person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did you trick this beautiful woman into falling in love with you?
How did he afford all of those things in the first place? So this is what I'm wondering, right? I'm wondering if, because initially in the beginning of the movie, he works as a barbecue salesman.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, wait, how is he able to afford anything? And then there's like, oh, well, I've done commission. But I'm like, wait, but even then, if he's like consistently the best salesman of the month, like at least like get some sort of managerial position. But then I was wondering, what if owner guy of the barbecue salesman was like, this guy's a dumb motherfucker.
Maybe just exploiting the workforce.
Well, I mean, he clearly ran off with the insurance money after Kevin Hart blew up the place. Maybe which really, as a sales position in a sales area, you wouldn't actually have any of your demos actually work when the...
I mean, do we really want to start poking plot holes in this movie? Because we could be here a while.
No, I don't. I really just want to talk about trailers and go home.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. So
anyway, I don't know. Good best Tiffany Haddish movies so far.
Which is sad. But you know, Tiffany Haddish is good. So I'll give her that.
Yeah.
She's still doing her shtick, but when they actually let her act, she does pretty good. So I'd be curious to see her in a movie where she didn't have to do this traditional bullshit.
She could do some dramatic roles.
I could see her doing it.
Inner City Teachers movie. I would watch it.
How do I teach these kids?
Maybe not with that accent.
I was going for Cartman, but
also it was really satisfying to watch Kevin Hart get his ass beat by a belt. Like my childhood. I mean, what?
I just know the one part that it shows car getting towed, and then Kevin Hart does usual, like, I'm going to make noise, and that's going to be funny kind of shtick with it. And I'm just thinking, like, you know, if you just sit in the car and just stay there, they can't technically tow your car. Because that's technically kidnapping.
Yes.
So, legally speaking, all he had to do is sit in his car and wait for him to leave.
This is the dumb motherfucker who didn't pass
but
high
apparently he's smart enough to be able to trick a lot of people into buying barbecues they don't need. So
anyway, what are trailers?
Well, we showed up a little late. We walked in the trailer for Robin Hood, where it's what was MCU's point? Robin Hood.
I just sort of like looked at that and I was just like, why?
Nah,
we've had 3 Robin Hood movies in the last 10 years.
What were the other? I know there was the Russell Crowe one. What were the other 2?
I don't know. There have to be at least 2 more because I keep seeing this shit.
It's like last time I remember was the Russell Crowe one, and that one sucked.
Moving on. I have nothing to say. Don't touch my leg.
No, I got a little spit on you. I was wiping it off.
Oh. Wipe it better. I'm just kidding.
That's the last time I do anything.
I'm telling Laura.
She's gonna see it on camera. And then we got, speaking of bullshit Tiffany Haddish roles, Nobody's Fool.
All right.
Where they just let her go full into it. God, that looks awful. Yeah. It's Tyler Perry, written, directed, and executive produced by. Oh God, it's gonna be.
Moving on.
That's gonna be a lottery movie. I'm just gonna pick names out of a hat. All right, who's seeing this one with me? Because I'm not doing it alone. Then we got Widows. I actually do want to see that.
So is that like Liam Neeson? That's like Ocean's 8, but with women that have dead husbands.
Well, badass women with dead husbands.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like it's Viola Davis, dude. If anyone's gonna be able to take have the same if the female equivalent of balls that Liam Neeson has, it's gonna be Viola Davis.
I'm just sad that it's a Liam Neeson movie where we know he's definitely dead.
Yeah, but we gotta see him team up with the Punisher, and that's kind of cool.
But he's already dead.
Well, we don't. They may have.
The movie's called Widows.
I'm just saying there might be a couple before they die.
In the end, Liam Neeson wasn't dead the entire time, and she's like, "Thanks, honey, for clearing my debt."
She just sends a Suicide Squad after Liam Neeson.
Moving on.
Then we got Aquaman. I've talked about this one already. Don't really have anything to add to it.
You know what? I do have one thing to add. I'm sort of on the brothers' side. I think the ocean should totally attack the surface because we are fucking it up.
Yeah, but at the same time, then you get the U.S. retaliation. Nuke the ocean! What can go wrong there?
Oh, so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, nukes can't launch into the ocean without fire. So I'm just saying if you flood...
You realize we can do like jet propulsion that you use on submarines, right?
Yeah, it was sort of a stretch.
And even then, we have a thing called gravity.
I just want Donald Trump to get killed by like a mosasaurus.
Oh, great! Now I'm getting the FBI on us now. The one time they do open an investigation. Oh, I feel bad for that joke. Sorry, guys.
NSA, this one's for you.
Then we got Halloween.
Oh man. Jodie Foster had better kill that fucker.
I'm excited for that one. That one's getting a lot of good buzz.
And honestly, that guy is not even like intimidating. Like he's
you maybe not.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just like those people do not lock their doors.
Or maybe he just knows how to find them. Either way, that motherfucker intimidates me.
I don't know, man. I have seen Amarissa play Dead by Daylight, and you can watch it at twitch.tv, Lady Dragon Slayer. No.
Go ahead, plug it. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm plugging it in.
All right. No, Halloween's been getting great reviews. I'm curious to see that one.
I really hope Jodie Foster kills that motherfucker.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see where they're going with it.
And I hope it's like the best ironic way to like literally strangles him with his mask, or
Spock comes and kills him.
Yeah.
Do you not know the story behind that?
No.
The mask that he wears is actually a crappy William Shatner mask. Yeah, that they just painted gray.
It's no. At the very end, like
the Vulcan nerve pinch. That's how it takes him down.
At the very end, like Jodie Foster shows up just as gone.
With my last breath, I stab at thee.
Anyway.
Con! Anyway, I had to do it once. And then...
That would be like Jason's last words. Con!
It's Michael Myers.
Well, whatever.
Jason was the hockey mask.
It's the same motherfucker.
No, it's not.
I know. I don't watch horror movies.
The last trailer we got was Glass, which is the Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, okay, so that's apparently like part of the Unbreakable trilogy.
Basically.
And they do have superpowers, or they're just motherfucking crazy?
No, they actually legitimately have superpowers.
Okay, well, Bruce Willis makes sense.
Yeah. Well, like in the first movie...
Sam Jackson makes sense.
Well, like the first movie was kind of like... the whole idea was like some people are destined to be heroes, some people are destined to be supervillains, but the twist was like Sam Jackson was actually the main villain the entire time, kind of thing. There's all about destiny and heroes and comic stuff like that. I've never seen the original. I actually heard it's one of the better ones. I was like, that was right before Shyamalan went overboard.
Yeah, because I saw the guy from Split doing, like, the fucking cheetah run, and I was like, that is not how the human body bends.
Well, like, honestly, and that's what kind of helps when you watch Split. You kind of know the twist going in, that it is, like, because that originally that was kept a hard secret up until the movie came out. That was part of the Unbreakable universe. So, like, we didn't find out until the movie actually came out at the very, very end credits that it was actually an Unbreakable sequel. So that was a big deal at the time, but it also kind of makes that movie work more, because, like, oh, it's a superhero universe. So the fact this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense is kind of fine, because that's just the world they live in, where Bruce Willis just survives a it was a train or a plane crash and just wakes up with superpowers.
And Sam Jackson
is super smart, but his bones are like super fragile. That's why his villain name is Mr. Glass.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, right? So he's a super smart guy whose bones break really easily.
Oh, he's like a really pathetic version of Lex Luthor.
Kinda, yeah, but he's also obsessed with comics. That's why he like has a hero thing going for him.
Oh, he's so nerdy.
Yes.
Oh, that makes him kind of a dork.
A really smart dork who knows how to appeal to the psycho who can turn into a monster. Because I remember watching it like, that's not how dissociative identity disorder works. And it's like, oh, it's a superhero movie. Okay, I'm suddenly okay with this now.
Sure.
It's like, it's like the same reason why you think, like, if you know if someone got bit with a hand by a radioactive spider in real life, they die from cancer like 3 weeks later. But because of the comic book universe, like, oh, okay, he just has spider powers now. All right, sure. You just kind of go with it. You accept that rules aren't the same here.
Okay, well, first of all, no.
So it's kind of like...
Peter Parker has the unique genetic makeup to accept radioactive spider DNA.
We don't talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2. But no, like, I'm actually looking forward to Glass. Split was actually one of those surprise hits of last year that was, like, way better than it had any right to be.
It just looked so dumb.
I don't think so.
No, the trailers looked
for
so
Split?
dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like...
They looked so dumb.
I don't know if the trailers itself looked dumb so much that Shyamalan's name on it, so I kind of had that poison in it a bit.
That was the part that made it look dumb.
See, there you go. That's the bias. And I mean, I went there with that bias too, but the movie won me over.
He ruined Avatar.
He's on a renaissance right now. Let's give him a chance.
Oh, no, we did that.
I'm gonna make you watch Split.
Let me watch Unbreakable first.
Yeah, I actually probably joined it because I haven't seen it either.
All right.
That was the last trailer. So, any final thoughts from Night School?
No.
It's a whatever movie, you know? If you like these kind of dumb comedies, you like this, fine. Otherwise, skip it. But I've seen worse.
Oh, I forgot about the waiter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Is it worth talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
I want to go rest and eat. So, thank you guys. I think the only... Like, I know me and Laura are going to watch the Doctor Who premiere in theaters on Wednesday. And then I think the only movie otherwise is like A Star is Born.
Oh, the Lady Gaga movie.
The Lady Gaga movie. And then, like...
Guy.
I still kind of want to check out A Simple Mistake, which is the Anna Kendrick movie. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm going to try. I don't know. But either way, Star is Born for sure. So, thank you guys for watching. See you later.